Let me paint a picture for you. A quiet, sunny morning in the suburbs of Ohio. A 67-year-old retired woman named Linda Walker walks into her bathroom with a cup of warm coffee, ready to start her day. But the moment she lifts the toilet lid, her entire face drops. There it is, the ring. The same ugly, dirty, brownish-gray circle that keeps coming back like an unwanted guest. And just when she thinks it can't get worse, she notices the small, hard water tracks forming inside the bowl. White streaks that look like chalk scratches across porcelain. Linda freezes, because yesterday she scrubbed, and the day before that, she tried a cleaning spray that guaranteed results. But this toilet, it looked her dead in the face like, try again. Now, ask yourself this honestly. Have you ever cleaned your toilet so many times that your back hurts, only to see the stains still sitting there like they've signed a lease? If yes, then today you're going to feel exactly what Linda felt when she finally found the method I'm about to show you. Because this video is not the usual boring use vinegar nonsense. No, you're about to learn the science behind hard water toilet stains, why toilet rings come back even after cleaning, the top mistakes Americans over 45 keep making, and the guaranteed methods that fix everything fast without destroying your toilet, without wasting money, and without scrubbing for hours. And before we start, I want you to think of your toilet right now. Does it have a brown ring? Does it smell weird even after cleaning? Do you see chalky white streaks, hard water buildup? Does the bowl never look fresh white no matter what you do? Do you avoid looking under the rim because, yeah, you know why? Good. Keep that in your head, because by the end of this video, your toilet will look cleaner than it did the day it was installed. And trust me, you're going to watch every second, because what I'm about to show you gets better with every step. Let's go back to Linda for a moment. When she first moved into her house 23 years ago, the toilet was perfectly white, smooth, glossy, almost sparkling. She never had problems. But slowly, after years of showers, laundry, and hard mineral water flowing through the pipes, something changed. And it didn't happen overnight. It happened silently. Minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron began sticking to the bowl, and every flush added a microscopic layer. Tiny stains turned into streaks, streaks turned into patches, patches turned into the nightmare ring she sees every week. Let me ask you something. When was the first time you ever noticed a toilet ring in your home? 5 years ago? 10? Or has it been there so long you're not even sure anymore? Here's the truth no one tells you. Hard water stains and toilet rings don't appear because your toilet is dirty. They appear because your water supply is. And that changes everything, because you're not fighting dirt, you're fighting chemistry. And chemistry doesn't care how much you scrub. If you don't break the mineral structure, you're wasting your time. Here's the science in simple words anyone can understand. Calcium leaves white, chalk-like deposits. Magnesium creates cloudy residue. Iron causes yellow or brown stains. Mineral plus bacteria becomes the toilet ring. And when water evaporates inside the bowl, these minerals stick to the porcelain, harden, and turn into a stone-like layer. Yes, stone. That's why scrubbing does nothing. Now, think about this. If minerals are constantly entering your toilet with every flush, then every day is adding more layers. Scrubbing once a week is like brushing dust off a mountain. It changes nothing. This is exactly what Linda realized, and it's exactly why her usual cleaning sprays never worked. So, what did she do? She learned the method I'm about to teach you. And when she used it for the first time, the stains literally melted off like butter. But we'll get to that. Before we dive inside the guaranteed hard water fix, I want to ask you something important. What if the stain you're trying to clean isn't actually the real problem? Seriously, what if the ring you see is only the visible symptom? Because the real problem hides in places you don't see, under the rim, inside the jets, inside the bowl lining, in the water flow channels, and deep down the flush path. And once those areas catch mineral buildup, the ring will always return, even after cleaning. That's why today's video covers both how to remove the hard water stains you can see and how to stop the cleaning problems you can't see. That's the difference between temporary fix and finally clean for real. This is where I want you to do one thing. Look at your toilet and ask yourself, is the stain worse in one spot or all around? Because this tells me exactly what type of buildup you're dealing with. If it's only one spot, that's mineral blocking the water jet. If it's all around, that's full bowl mineral layering. If the ring is thick and dark, that's bacteria plus minerals combining. If it's white crust, that's calcium scale. If it's yellow or brown, that's iron. Hold your answer. It will make the next steps 10 times easier. Before we attack the stain, we need to do something 99% of people skip, and that's why their toilet never gets fully clean. Step 1, stop the water. The game changer nobody does. Linda told me this was the moment everything changed for her. She bent down to the shutoff valve behind her toilet, something she hadn't touched in years, and turned it clockwise until the water stopped. Why is this step so important? Because if the water keeps flowing, every drop is washing away the cleaning power you're trying to apply. It's like trying to wash dishes while the sink is filling with mud. Stopping the water gives your cleaning agents time. They need time to dissolve the mineral bonds. And trust me, when you see what happens next, you'll never skip this again. Because the moment the water stopped, the bowl water settled. And for the first time ever, Linda saw the true shape of the stain. It wasn't just a ring. It was a full bowl pattern of mineral damage. Now, I want you to imagine your toilet right now. If you turned off the water and let everything settle, what would you see? Would the stain be deeper, bigger, uglier? Good. Keep that in your mind, because the next steps are where the real transformation hits, and I'm going to show you the exact guaranteed method Linda used to erase 20+ years of hard water buildup in less than 30 minutes.
With the water finally off and the bowl water stilled, Linda did something most people never do. She lowered the water level manually, not with chemicals, not with tricks, just one simple move. She used a small disposable cup to scoop out enough water so the stained surfaces were fully exposed. And if you've never done this before, prepare yourself. Because when the water level drops, the real truth about your toilet appears. Some people see streaks they didn't know existed. Some discover a second ring they never noticed. And some, like Linda, finally see the hard, crusty mineral layer sitting inches thick at the bottom of the bowl. Now ask yourself this. If you lowered your toilet water right now, what would you see? A thin layer? A solid brown patch? A thick chalky crust? Don't lie to yourself, be honest. Because whatever you say determines how fast your toilet will transform in the next steps. And here's where the real magic begins. Most Americans over 45 think bleach is the answer to everything. But bleach doesn't remove hard water stains. It doesn't dissolve mineral deposits. It doesn't break down calcium. It doesn't touch lime scale. It only whitens the surface and makes you think things are clean. That's why toilets look fine for a few days, then the ring comes back twice as strong. Because bleach didn't fix anything, it just hid it. Let's talk science for a moment. Hard water stains are alkaline. Mineral buildup is alkaline. Calcium deposits? Alkaline. Lime scale? Alkaline. Bleach is also alkaline. So you're putting alkaline on alkaline and expecting a miracle? Come on, that's like trying to melt ice by pouring cold water on it. What melts mineral buildup? Acid. Not dangerous acid, safe household acid. Acid breaks the molecular bonds of mineral deposits and instantly dissolves the structure. Linda didn't know this. Most people don't. But when she learned it, everything changed. She grabbed the simplest, easiest acid every U.S. home already has. Distilled white vinegar. But here's the key. Not a splash. Not a cup. Not that little drizzle you've seen in TikTok hacks. No, Linda filled the entire bowl until the stains were completely submerged. Because when vinegar fully covers the minerals, it melts them evenly. Let me ask you something. Have you ever actually filled your toilet bowl with vinegar until the stains disappeared under the surface? Or do you just spray and pray? If you've never tried it, that ends today. But vinegar alone isn't enough. It's good but not great, because Linda used the secret combo. Vinegar plus baking soda plus time. When she slowly poured in baking soda, the entire bowl came alive, fizzing, bubbling, attacking the minerals like tiny soldiers breaking apart the crust. The fizzing lifts sediment. The bubbles penetrate mineral pores. The reaction softens hardened stains. The solution loosens bacteria trapped inside the ring. It was the first time Linda ever saw her toilet look like it was fighting back. Now imagine this happening in your toilet. Imagine the ring slowly losing its grip. Imagine the hardened crust beginning to soften. Imagine the stain that's been mocking you for years finally breaking down. But this is the part where most people get impatient. They scrub too soon. They flush too early. They ruin the process. What did Linda do instead? She walked away. Because the number one rule of dissolving mineral stains is this: let time do the work. Vinegar needs time to penetrate. Baking soda needs time to react. Minerals need time to break apart. Porcelain needs time to release buildup. So Linda let the mixture sit for 3 full hours. And this is when the magic happened. When she came back and peeked inside, the ring had turned soft, pale, and patchy. The sign that minerals had loosened. The hard water stains looked faded. The iron streaks looked half erased. The gray patches were now chalky and weak. But the job wasn't done yet. Not even close. Because this next step is the real killer move that separates amateurs from people who actually fix their toilet long term. When Linda first heard about the pumice stone, she thought, no way, a rock? On porcelain? But guess what? Pumice is softer than porcelain, meaning it scrapes off minerals without scratching the surface when used correctly. And this is important: if you use pumice on a dry surface, you will scratch your toilet. So Linda did it the right way. She kept the pumice stone and the bowl surface soaked at all times. Every few seconds, she dipped the stone back into the vinegar water. She let the moisture act as a lubricant. And then, the impossible happened. With one gentle swipe, the chalky buildup slid off like a sticker. A stain that had existed for 15 years gone in one swipe. She wiped again. Another chunk disappeared. Swipe, gone. Swipe, gone. Imagine seeing results in real time. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not after scrubbing for 2 hours. Right there. Instantly. Let me ask you this and be honest. If you used a pumice stone right now, do you think your toilet would survive it? Or would you scratch it? Do you even know how hard your mineral deposits are? Do you know if your toilet is porcelain coated or ceramic? These things matter. But don't worry, I'll guide you through it in the next section. Because Linda didn't just clean her toilet, she revived it. And now finally, the moment you've been waiting for. It's one thing to remove the ring. It's another thing to stop it from forming again. This is the part almost everyone ignores. And this is why rings reappear. The real source of the ring isn't the bowl. It's the rim. Mineral deposits hide under the rim, slowly releasing bacteria and minerals into the water with every flush. Linda didn't know this. Most Americans don't. But when she looked under the rim for the first time, she nearly gagged. And you would too. Because under the rim, the buildup looks like slime, black muck, yellow crust, brown paste, and those mineral-packed bacterial colonies are what create the toilet ring over and over. So Linda scrubbed under the rim with a long, flexible rim brush dipped in straight vinegar. She scrubbed every jet opening, every angle, every hidden spot. And for the first time in 20 years, her flush water came out clean. And that's the moment the ring finally died. And once Linda saw that clean flush, she realized something every American homeowner eventually learns the hard way. Toilets don't stay dirty because you're lazy or because you're not cleaning enough. They stay dirty because no one ever attacks the source of the problem. And the source is always the same: hard water minerals, bacteria hiding under the rim, leftover sediment, and millions of microscopic particles constantly sticking to the bowl after every flush. That's why some toilets feel impossible to clean no matter how many times you scrub. That's why the ring keeps coming back. That's why the stains return. And that's why Linda refused to stop at just removing the ring. She wanted to eliminate the conditions that create the ring in the first place. So she did something almost nobody ever does. She tackled the inner water channels. Most people don't know that the tiny holes under the rim, those little jets where water comes out, are the most disgusting places in the bathroom. Over years, they get clogged with calcium, limescale, bacteria, rust flecks, mold, and sediment that slowly choke the flush power and dump dirty water back into the bowl. And when Linda poked one of the jets with a toothpick, a thick, sticky brown sludge oozed out, something she had never seen in her life. That sludge is the silent villain behind 80% of toilet ring problems in American homes. When she realized this, She grabbed a squeeze bottle filled with hot vinegar and blasted each jet until every single hole ran clear. She used a flexible pipe cleaner to dig deeper inside each channel, pulling out chunks of old deposits that looked like wet sand and clay. You might not believe this, but some people pull out so much gunk that their toilet's flush power doubles instantly. And guess what? Linda experienced the exact same thing. The next flush wasn't just clean, it was powerful, smooth, and completely free of debris. No leftover particles swirling around. No cloudy water. No faint yellow tint. Just a clean, crisp, quiet flush like a brand new toilet. And she wasn't done. Because now she addressed smell, the one thing most people avoid because they're embarrassed. She wasn't embarrassed anymore. She was angry. Angry that she had allowed something so basic to stress her for so long. So Linda went after the hidden odor zones, the base of the toilet, the bolts, the back curve, the seat hinges, and especially the area where urine vapor settles and dries invisibly. She mixed a small batch of hydrogen peroxide with a few drops of dish soap and sprayed everything, every inch, every corner, every forgotten spot. Then she wiped it all down, and the difference was shocking. The invisible smell most people get used to over the years, gone in minutes. And then she did the smartest thing of all. She added one final step that turned her toilet from clean for now into clean for weeks. She coated the inside of the bowl with a thin layer of borax, brushing it all around, letting it cling to the porcelain like a shield. Borax does something other cleaners don't. It changes the surface tension of the porcelain so minerals can't stick as easily. That means slower stain formation, slower ring formation, and a toilet that stays fresh way longer with half the effort. When she finished this final step, Linda stepped back and stared at her toilet, the same toilet she had hated for years, now shining, bright, smooth, ring-free, and completely odor-free. And here's the craziest part. She didn't use bleach once. She didn't use toxic chemicals. She didn't spend money on expensive cleaners. She didn't scrub her arms off. She didn't fight her toilet, she understood it. She learned the science. And once you understand the science, cleaning becomes easy. Let me hit you with a reality check. Most people scrub blindly. They don't know what they're removing. They don't know what keeps coming back. They don't know how minerals behave. They don't know where bacteria hide. They don't know how water channels work. And they definitely don't know that 95% of toilet problems are caused by the water itself, not the toilet. So here's the truth you need to hear. Your toilet isn't dirty because you're failing. It's dirty because no one ever taught you the system behind how toilets stay clean. Hard water stains? They're chemistry. Toilet rings? They're biology. Slow flush? That's engineering. Smell? That's bacteria behavior. And once you understand all four, your toilet becomes one of the easiest things in your house to maintain. That's why when Linda tells people, "My toilet doesn't get a ring anymore," they don't believe her. But she knows the truth. She knows she broke the cycle. She knows that every flush now starts with clean water, not contaminated water. She knows that the rim jets aren't dripping old minerals into the bowl. She knows there's no bacteria colony living under the rim. She knows the bowl coating is blocking new stains from forming. And she knows the smell is gone because she treated the root, not the symptoms. Now let me ask you something powerful. If Linda, a 68-year-old woman with arthritis, limited mobility, and zero technical cleaning knowledge, can transform her toilet from disgusting to better than new, what excuse do you have? The truth? None. You just need the right steps. And in this video, you've already learned them. But don't just watch. Don't just nod your head. Don't just save for later. Do it. Try it. Test it. And when you see the results, you're going to wish you had done it years ago. Imagine waking up tomorrow to a toilet that shines before you even touch it. Imagine flushing without that embarrassing smell. Imagine guests using your bathroom and thinking, "Wow, this is clean." Imagine never fighting a toilet ring again. This isn't just cleaning, it's control. It's confidence. It's taking back your bathroom from buildup, bacteria, and years of frustration. And now, let's bring this home. Here comes your high-energy outro, and I want you to feel every word. Because if you're still watching right now, that means you're serious about fixing your home, serious about learning real solutions, and serious about never letting your toilet embarrass you again. And that's it. You now know exactly how to remove hard water stains, destroy toilet rings, eliminate odor, clean under the rim, unclog the jets, and keep your toilet clean longer than ever before. No guessing, no scrubbing for hours, no wasting money on useless cleaners. Just real methods that work in real American homes. But listen, don't leave this video without doing one thing. Pick one step from today and do it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because the moment you take action, the whole bathroom changes. And if you want more cleaning fixes that actually work, not fake hacks, not shortcuts, not trending nonsense, then subscribe right now. Because we're just getting started. This is Home Cleaning Hacks, where we clean smarter, deeper, and better. I'll see you in the next video. And trust me, you're not ready for what's coming next.